Welcome, high school baseball fans, to FSPN's coverage. We have a good one for you today. The visiting Jaguars of Pembroke Pines charter that are led by their head coach in his 19th year, Carlos Iglesias, are taking on the home team, the Doral Academy Firebirds, that are led by Hall of Fame coach Raul Suarez. We should have a good one for you today. On the mound for the visiting Jaguars is Sebastian Gonzalez. And on the mound for the home team, the Firebirds, it's the hard-throwing right-hander Aaron Elison. Today's program is brought to you by Florida State Tentless Termites. Give them a call at 305-669-9292. I'm Uncle Muggs bringing you the play-by-play. And we'll be right back with the starting lineups and the defense right after this.
Meet the starters today for head coach Raul Suarez and the homestanding Firebirds of Doral. Leading off at second base, number 28, Gabriel Milano, second base. Batting second, in center field, number 44, George Pardo. Hitting third, in left field, wearing number 24, and a new uncle, Jaden Nunez, left field. Batting in the cleanup position at shortstop, number 15, Caleb Hernandez. The shortstop at third base and batting fifth, number 23, Ryan Mesa, third base. In right field and hitting sixth, number 12, Leandro Hernandez, right field. Batting in the seventh position at first base, number 16, Gavin Rubalcaba, first base. Batting eighth and catching, number 13, Jamin Francois, the catcher. And batting ninth, the Firebirds designated hitter, number 27, Joshua Cespedes, the DH. Pitching today for the Firebirds is number 3, Aaron Ellisall, the pitcher. And now
Welcome, high school baseball fans, to Douglas B. Rodriguez Field in beautiful Doral, Florida, where we have a high school game, a high-level high school game between the visiting Jaguars of Pembroke Pines charter that are led by their head coach, Carlos Rodriguez, and the Doral Firebirds, the home team. And at the helm is none other than Hall of Fame head coach Raul Suarez. We ought to have a good one here for you today. This game is brought to you by Florida State Tentless Treatment. Give our friends a call at 305-669-9292 and get your house treated without having that tent all over your house. I'm Uncle Muggs. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play today, and we should have a good one. This is the third of 3 consecutive games for the home team, the Firebirds. They've won the first 2. The first one was 2-0 over Somerset. And yesterday, a shellacking of the Bulldogs, 19 runs, 5 home runs in total. And if you're a Firebird fan, you're looking for the same thing today. It's a beautiful day for baseball. We're in Doral. It's a little bit windy. The wind's blowing across the field from left to right, sort of from third base over to second base, maybe right field. The Doral Firebirds are wearing a red shirt with the blue letters and the white pants. And let's go over the starting lineup for the visiting Jaguars now that we have a moment. The leadoff batter is the center fielder, Brady Monguera. He'll be followed by Samuel Morillo. In the third hole, it's Eric Molina, the DH. He'll be followed by Justin Probst, the first baseman. Then it's Dallas Searcy playing third base. The sixth batter is Christian Morales, and he'll be followed by Trey Glazer, who's in right field today. Dean Jaworski is the left fielder, and he'll be followed by Liam Caban, and he's the shortstop. And like I said, Aaron Elisant is on the mound, the hard-throwing right-hander, and we expect a lot of strikeouts. And we'll go over the Firebird defense in just a second. Let's pull up the scoreboard, and let's get started right here in Doral. First pitch is a little high and in to Monguera. There's been a few changes in the infield from yesterday's game. We'll go over that in just a second. Quickly 2-0 to the leadoff batter, the left-handed batting Brady Monguera. There's one a little high, and the count goes 3-0. These Firebirds started the season off 2-2, but they've managed to peel off 6 consecutive victory. They're looking for their 7th right here today. And a 4-pitch walk to the leadoff batter. The Jaguars send up to the plate the right-handed batting catcher Samuel Murillo. And with a runner on first base in the top of the first inning, and nobody out from Firebird Field. Elisalt from the stretch. And he's having a little bit of trouble finding the groove here in the first inning. All turf field here at Doral. Hey, and there's a strike. It's a nice Thursday afternoon. Happy Thursday, everybody, to wherever you may be. We're in beautiful Doral, Florida, for some high-level high school baseball. The Jaguars come in 5-2. There's an off-speed pitch taken high. Your battery is Aaron Elisant, and behind the plate is Javen Francois. Swing and a miss at something curvy. There's a look at the Hall of Famer there, Ralph Suarez, standing outside the dugout. It's a good look at your pitcher, the tall right-hander. The runner goes. The throw from Francois is going to be in center field. Pardo comes up with it. Ongaro stay put at second base. Eric Molina, the DH, steps in from the left side. Swing and a miss on that ball in the outside corner. You're going to expect a lot of strikeouts from Elisant. Caleb Hernandez is your shortstop. And now that we have a minute, let's go over the defense for the Doral Academy. The battery is Aaron Elisalt. Behind the plate is Javen Francois. Playing third base today is Brian Mesa. The shortstop's Caleb Hernandez. Playing second base today, it's Gabriel Milano. On first base, it's Gavin Ruvicalva. In right field is Leandro Hernandez. George Pardo Jr. is in center field, and Jaden Nunez is in left field. And there's a weakly hit ground ball that if it's foul ball. Eric Molina. And he wears that one. Eric Molina wore one, and he's standing on first base, and it brings up the big, lanky, left-handed hitter who takes one for a strike. His name is Justin Probst. You can also find Justin on the mound. He could be a closer for these Jaguars today in a close game. That one's chopped foul. 2 runners on for the visiting Jaguars. 1 out, top of the first inning, no score. Uncle Muggs coming to you from Doral, Florida. We had a wild one here yesterday. Looked like a football score, 19-0. Aaron Elisant, all the mound for the home team, the Firebirds. And there's a drive into the right center field gap. Hernandez going back, and he's going to play that off the mesh. And we have a short porch in right field, so it's only going to be a base hit. After a base hit by Justin Probst off the mesh out there in right field, it'll move Mongaro to third base. Eric Molina is at second. And it brings up Dallas Searcy, who takes a ball high. Searcy's playing third base today. Searcy looking to get his Jaguars on the board here early in the top of the first. There's another slider, catches the outside corner, and he swings and misses. So they're trying to cut down a run at home plate. The 2-2 is taken for a strike 3 called. That'll be the second out of the inning. The Jaguars send up the second baseman, Christian Morales, in the top of the first inning. No score, and the bases are full of Jaguars. That one's a little bit high for a ball 1. The starter, Aaron Elisalt, usually very consistent. He beats up the strike zone with several different pitches. He's having a little trouble with his control here today. That one's taken up high again. The 2-1, it's hit right back up the middle, and it's going to get through. Ongero's going to score, and they're going to have a play at the plate. And they might get him. They sure do. So it's going to be a third out of the inning. The Jaguars are going to leave 2. They're going to get 1, and we're going to head to the bottom of the first inning, and you're watching FSPN.
You're watching Miami-Dade and Broward County High School Baseball on the Florida Sports Programming Network. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram for a list of upcoming events. And every Sunday, it's Inside the Park, the weekly recap show with your hosts, Chappie Castillo and Uncle Muggs.
Welcome back, everyone, to FSPN's coverage of South Florida High School Baseball, where we have an interesting inter-county game between the Jaguars of Pembroke Pines Charter and the home team, the Firebirds, that are led by Hall of Fame head coach Raul Suarez. No score, bottom of the first inning. The Firebirds are batting, and they're facing Sebastian, and there's a weak ground ball hit right at the second baseman. For the first out, it's Christian Morales that has the put out. We'll go over the starting lineup in just a second for the home Firebirds. Just saw the first baseman, the first batter, ground out, Gabriel Milano. He'll be followed by George Pardo Jr. He'll be playing center field. Then it's Jaden Nunez, followed by Caleb Hernandez, the shortstop, batting fifth. It's Brian Mesa. Then it's Leo Hernandez in right field. Gavin Rubacalba is in first base. Javen Francois, the catcher. Joshua Cespedes is the DH, and he's rounding out the lineup for your Doral Firebirds. The count goes to 1-1 to the center fielder. Sebastian Gonzalez is the right-hander for these Jaguars. And what I can tell you right away is the ball gets to the plate in a hurry. He's got a nice live fastball. One out here, the bottom of the first, and there's 1-0 ball game in favor of the visiting team. Already a far cry from last night's game. A 19-0 shellacking of the Bulldogs. We saw 5 balls leave the yard. A couple more went into the canal. We almost had to call Mikey Tosar over at Midway Sports to bring us some baseballs. Swinging a foul straight back by Pardo. Nice cut there on a high fastball. Between the canal and the home runs and the ones that are hit over on 25th Street, we almost had to do some curbside service with our buddy Mikey Tosar. 1-0, bottom of the first inning. The center fielder Pardo's in the box. He takes that one low to even the count at 2-2. Pardo coming into this game hitting a red hot .440 with a .680 on base percentage. Sorry, .680 slugging percentage. There's an off-speed pitch. It's called strike 3 over the outside corner. A nice slider from Sebastian Gonzalez to record his first strikeout and the second out of this first inning. The right fielder for the Firebirds steps into the box. Jaden Nunez. He's hitting an even .500, but with some limited at-bats. And he drives down with a little looper. Might fall in front of Jaworski, and it sure does. One bouncer, and that's going to be a base hit with 2 outs here at the bottom of the first inning. The Firebirds bring up Caleb Hernandez, who's filling in for Kobe Carrion, who suffered a little bit of an injury yesterday. I saw him with some ice on his wrist. And we'll see if we can get something going here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first for the home team against the right-hander, Sebastian Gonzalez. The battery is Sebastian Gonzalez. Samuel Morillo's behind the plate. We'll go over the rest of this Jaguar defense in just a second. There's a shot hit to the right over the second baseman, Morales, who jumps for that one. We're going to have 2 Firebirds aboard. Your batter's Brian Mesa. He has the start today at third base. Ralph Suarez has to move a few pieces around in the infield. And with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning, 2 runners are on. He takes a slider in there for a strike from Sebastian Gonzalez. Dallas Searcy's the third baseman. Liam Caban is playing shortstop for the Jaguars. Christian Morales is in second base, and the tall, lanky Justin Probst is over on first base. Swing and a miss at a slider in the dirt. The outfield is Dean Jaworski's in left field. Brady Monguera's in center field, and Trey Glazer is in right field for the visiting Jaguars, who belong to District 15 5A. And that's a tough district. You have Archbishop McCarthy, Hollywood Hills. Swing and a miss for strike 3. The Firebirds are going to leave 2. They get none. We're going to head to the top of the second inning with your score. The Jaguars 1 and the home team 0. And you're watching FSPN. Welcome back, South Florida high school baseball fans, for your favorite channel for high school baseball. It's FSPN. I'm Uncle Muggs coming to you from Doral on a beautiful Thursday afternoon for high school baseball. We have a good one between the visiting Jaguars and the home team, the Firebirds. Aaron Elisan throws one there. That's picked up by the shortstop, and that was Trey Glazer, who grounds out, and he'll be followed by Dean Jaworski. Then it's the last batter, the shortstop, Liam Caban. I have the honor of sitting next to the legend himself. No relation to Stacy, but it's Jay Rokeach. Any acting background? That's it, huh? And there's a ground ball, weakly hit. Rubalcaba picks it up. He's going to go underhand to Elisan for the second out of the inning.
12.
The Jaguars are going to bring up the last batter, Liam Caban. He's the shortstop with 2 outs, and he's first pitch swinging. Hernandez gets him out, and 3 up, 3 down. Nothing across the board for the visiting Jaguars. We head to the bottom of the second inning with your score 1-0 in favor of the visitors. And you're watching your favorite channel for high school sports, FSPN. Welcome back to the bottom of the second inning here at Doral at Douglas P. Rodriguez Field. 6th, 7th, and 8th batters are due up for the home team, the Firebirds. It's Leandro Hernandez. He's the right fielder. He'll be followed by the first baseman, Gavin Rubalcaba. Then it's Javen Francois, who I was corrected on the pronunciation of his name. It's not Javin, it's Javen. I won't make that mistake again. Swing and a miss by Hernandez. Count goes to 1-1. 1-0 in favor of Carlos Iglesias' Jaguars. Came across the border from Broward County to face this Doral Firebird team. And there's an off-speed pitch. It's hit foul. Hernandez way ahead of that one. So far, the pitcher, Sebastian Gonzalez, has been around the plate. He has a couple strikeouts. There's a ground ball over to Searcy at third base. A nice play. Throws across the diamond to Probst. And that's the first out of the inning. The Firebirds send up the first baseman, the sophomore, Gavin Rubalcaba, to face Sebastian Gonzalez in the bottom of the second. He takes that one outside. Rubalcaba is going to be a future star here for the Firebirds. He's just a sophomore. He's getting tons of experience. He can do a little better on the average side, but he does have a home run to his name already this season. Swings and fouls that one to the left side. The 2-2 is an easy take for Rubalcaba. Gonzalez comes set, and here's a payoff pitch, and it's taken inside and a walk. And some traffic on the bases for the home team. In the box for the Firebirds, it's the catcher today, Javen Francois, not Javin like I was mentioning yesterday, so I apologize for that. So it's Javen with Rubalcaba on first. And he finds the corner. Gonzalez comes set, and the 1-1 is swung right through that one. Actually, that was 2 strikes on him, so that's going to be 2 outs here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Now in the box, after a croqueta to Francois, it's Joshua Cespedes. He's the last batter for the Firebirds. He's the DH. If he gets on, it'll be the UM commit, Gabriel Milano. Takes a strike. Gonzalez has been consistent on the mound for the Jaguars. He's been beating up the strike zone. And let's see if with 2 outs, Coach Suarez sends Rubalcaba try to get something going here in the 2nd inning. Swing and a miss, and boy, Gonzalez is fooling these Firebird batters with that nasty slider. He's keeping it low and out of the zone. Quickly, 2 strikes to Cespedes. Swing and a miss. Actually, that was a foul tip. Murillo dropped it, so we'll do that all over again. The bottom of the 2nd inning, and your score is 1-0 in favor of the visitors. And that one is a strike 3 called. So the home team, the Firebirds, they leave 1, they get none. We head to the top of the 3rd inning with your score 1-0 in favor of the Pembroke Pines Charter Jaguars. And you're watching the most incredible coverage for high school baseball. FSPN. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Welcome back, everyone, to FSPN's coverage of South Florida high school baseball. Uncle Muggs here from Doral. There's a first pitch swing and a ground ball to Milano. Easy, a couple steps to his left, and he fires over to Rubalcaba for the first out of the inning. And that was the first batter, Brady Mongero, and it'll bring up Samuel Murillo. So I'll tell you that Eric Molina is on deck just in case. And there he is, first pitch swinging. Hernandez gloves it. Not in time, off the bag over in first base by Rubalcaba. Eric Molina's the batter. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. He'll be followed by Justin Probst, the big first baseman. So with a runner on and 1 out, the Jaguars are trying to get something going here. There goes the runner. Francois' throw is on the bag and in time, and the tag is made. Hernandez got him for the 2nd out of the inning. A nice throw there from the catcher. Francois with a nice quick release. Hernandez with a nice tag and a pick over there at 2nd. And it seems like Elisant has settled in here now in the 3rd inning. It took him a few pitches to get it going. So we should have a good one the rest of the way. Pull up a chair, grab yourself a cold beverage, and join us for some high-level high school baseball from Doral. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to the DH, Molina from the left side. Fouls that one off at the plate. Powerful Firebirds. And there's a drive, and it's going to find a hole. Watch out, the force play at first. Leo comes up, and they get him at first. A nice play, short field. They're playing to their home field advantage. The Jaguars get nothing. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and your score is 1-0 in favor of the visiting Jaguars, and you're watching FSPN.
You're watching the Florida Sports Programming Network.
Welcome back, everyone, to Doral for FSPN's coverage of high school baseball between the visiting Jaguars and the home team, the Doral Firebirds. And we have a good one here today at 1-0, bottom of the 3rd inning. First batter's up, Gabriel Milano. And he's facing Sebastian Gonzalez, who has 4 strikeouts already after 2 innings. And you can watch yesterday's game on our YouTube channel, and you'll get to see Gabriel Milano. And he went in sync twice. He went bye, bye, bye. Two balls and 1 strike to the second baseman today, and he ropes one. He's going to have to hustle. It gets under the glove of Glazer, and Milano's going to take a big turn. He's going to hustle in for a stand-up. I'm going to say a base hit and an error. Runner on second base for the home team. We're down by 1. He squares the button. That one came right off the glass. Everybody okay, J-Ro? You all right? Wow. That'll rattle you. That's better than a shot of Cuban coffee. Uncle Muggs coming to you from Douglas P. Rodriguez Field. Gabo Milano's on second base. And a good look at the pitcher, Gonzalez. Probst is really crashing in. Pardo lays one down the left side. It can only be picked up, and it's bobbled by Gonzalez. He didn't pick that one up cleanly. Kind of looked up before the ball was in his glove, and just like that, there's Firebirds in the corners. With Pardo on first base on a spectacular bunt, moves Milano over to third base. It's going to bring up Jaden Nunez, the left fielder, with nobody out in the bottom of third. And there goes Pardo, and there's the throw by Murillo. And if he tags him, it's in time. A great throw. Both catchers are on the money today. Cuts down a runner at second. Jaden Nunez singled his last time up. Let's see if he squares off this time. Oh, he's going to swing away for the Firebirds. The infield's in for the Jaguars. Iglesias trying to cut down a run at home. The pitch swung on and missed by Hernandez. The umpire called a balk on the pitcher, and we have a tie game. The home team. There goes the shutout for the Jaguars. And we just press Control Alt Delete, and we're going to start this one over again, but in the bottom of the third. Nunez with enough power to go bye. Murillo steps up outside, and that's where Gonzalez's pitch is, but just missed. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. 2 outs now. 5th strikeout for Gonzalez. Of the third inning from Douglas P. Rodriguez Field. You're watching FSPN. Firebirds send up Caleb Hernandez with no one on. And 2 out to face the hard-throwing Jaguar right-hander Sebastian Gonzalez. Starts him off with a strike. The count goes full. Hernandez takes that one up around his eyebrows. 2 outs, bottom of the third inning. Your score is 1-1. The Jaguars from Pembroke Pines Charter. Here's the payoff pitch. A foul ball, and if it's playable, and it's just going to be foul. Another donation for the Canal. The payoff pitch. Oh, it's called strike 3 to the dislike of Caleb Hernandez and all of the Firebird fans. And we're going to head to the top of the 4th inning in a tie game here from Doral Firebird Field. And you're watching FSPN.
You're watching the Florida Sports Programming Network.
Welcome back, everyone, to FSPN's coverage of South Florida High School baseball, where we have a good one between the visiting Jaguars and the home team, the Firebirds of Doral Academy. We have a tie game. Top of the 4th, it's going to bring up Justin Probst, Dallas Searcy, and Christian Morales for the visiting Jaguars. Justin Probst is in the box. Aaron Ellisalt. There's a look at the Firebird bench. Somewhere in there is a Hall of Fame coach. Just got to find him. He's wearing a red shirt with Big D on it. 1-2 now the count to the first baseman. Dallas Searcy is on deck. And that one slapped foul over by the color guard. Hope it knocks out their speaker. Elisant's 1-2 is inside. Count goes full to the Jaguar first baseman in a 1-1 game, top of the 4th inning. Swing and a miss. Elisant took something off that one. 1 out. Dallas Searcy steps in. He struck out looking in his first at-bat in the first inning. He's going to face Elisant, first pitch swinging, and it's popped way up in the air, and there's the sun coming into play. Hernandez with the glove in front of his eyes and has to backpedal a little bit to get the second out of the inning. Christian Morales steps into the box. He's the sixth spot hitter. He's a second baseman. First pitch swinging, that's going to be his second hit of the ball game. It falls in front of Jaden Nunez in a multiple hit game for Christian Morales. 2 out, top of the fourth inning, and a good game. Tie score. 1-1. Morales on first. Elisant's the pitcher. Another again, first pitch swinging for these Jaguars. Boy, they're aggressive. There's a look at Morales on first base. And your pitcher, Elisant. The pitcher, Aaron Elisant, looking for a ground ball here. Even better, strikeout. An off-speed pitch, and it's called strike 3 by the umpire. The visiting Jaguars leave 1. They get none. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning, and your score is tied, and you're watching FSPN. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Hello, my name is Mike Silvestri of Florida Diamond Recruiting Services. We're a full-service baseball recruiting consulting service for high school baseball players and their families. We also assist with junior college transfers and 4-year transfer portal players. Our staff is over 150 years in the game today, consisting of full-time Major League Baseball scouting experience, both head high school and head college coaching experience, along with professional coaching and professional playing experience. Our unique ability to consult, evaluate, project, and network has allowed our families to achieve a 100% placement and offer rate to date. Come see us Sunday, February 23rd at the beautiful 365 hitting facility in Miami, Florida at 1 p.m. for a free recruiting seminar. We will touch on the topics such as the rules changes over the last year or two in college baseball recruiting, roster limitations, NIL deals, the transfer portal, and all the factors that affect today's high school baseball player looking to play college baseball. Visit us at www.floridabaseballrecruiting.com to learn more about who we are and the different types of packages that we offer to fit everyone's needs and budgets. Consult, evaluate, project, and network. Continue the dream. Florida Diamond Recruiting Services.
Welcome back, everyone, to Douglas P. Rodriguez Field for FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. And we have an excellent game in store. We have a 1-1 game, bottom of the fourth inning. The Firebirds are going to send up their 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the likes of Brian Mesa, Leandro Hernandez, and Gavin Rubicalva. If anyone gets on, it's the catcher, Javen Francois. That one's way high, an easy take. Ooh, and there's an off-speed pitch that almost catches Mesa. If he was a little bit chunky or a couple more pan con bistecs, that would have hit him. The count goes full to the young third baseman, making a start today. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on it. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on it. Scatters the crowd over in the Doral dugout. And there's a good look at the rest of the Firebirds, led by the Hall of Famer, my man. We'll do the payoff pitch over again. Murillo's outside a little bit, and that's where the pitch goes, but it's a little low. The leadoff man gets on for the home team. Courtesy runner comes in to run for Brian Mesa. It's Kobe Carrion. He's on first base. Your batter's Leandro Hernandez, the right fielder. He squares the bunt, takes that one in there for a strike. The visiting Pembroke Pines Charter Jaguars that are led by Carlos Iglesias, trying to come in and upset the powerful Firebirds. Squares again, and that one's popped in front of the caught by the pitcher. And that's where you don't want to put it. After not such a good bunt from Leandro Hernandez, Gavin Rubalcaba, the sophomore first baseman, steps in from the left side to face Gonzalez with a runner on first base, and it's Kobe Carrion on first. And that one's inside for a ball. There's one. It could be a double play. Morales flips it over to Caban, and not in time. Not in time to get the speedy Rubalcaba. Have a pinch hitter, batting for Javen Francois. It's yesterday's catcher, Fabio Marquez. It's a right-handed batter. And he'll face Gonzalez. First pitch swinging, another donation to the Canal. For Mesa. Here's the 0-1, an off-speed pitch, and I'll hit on the ground to Caban, who bobbles it a little bit. He's trying to make it to first. He's not going to get Marquez. An error on the shortstop. We're going to have Firebirds on first and second with one out in the bottom of the fourth. Tyler Rodriguez steps into the plate from the right-hand side to bat for Joshua Cespedes with runners on first and second base and 2 outs. Takes Gonzalez's first pitch for a strike. Marquez is on first. Rubalcaba, your runner at second. Morales is guarding him really close. And there's one that's lifted to the right side in this short park. It might be trouble. Goes all the way to the back and it hits the screen. Glazer couldn't come up with it. The Firebirds are going to take the lead. Marcus is going to go to third base, and that's going to be a base hit for the pinch hitter, Tyler Rodriguez. He has a base hit, and he grounded to second base the last time up. And, boy, we can use one of those bye-bye-byes, and he swings at the first pitch. And, boy, he just missed that one. He just missed that one. I'm sure he wants that one all over again. Here's the 0-1 pitch in the dirt to even the count. And it's all turf infield, folks. So when I say dirt, I mean the fake dirt. Cespedes came in to run for Tyler Rodriguez. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit foul to the right side. Almost took out a cameraman down there. Here's the 2-2. Sure does. Swing and a miss. The Firebirds are going to leave 2. They're going to get 1, and they're going to get the lead back. And we're going to head to the top of the 5th inning. And you're watching FSPN. Welcome back, everyone, to FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. We're coming to you from Doral today. Beautiful afternoon. It's Thursday for baseball. We have a good one between the visiting Jaguars. Not too far away. They came in from Broward. Third consecutive Broward County team. Come in and face the Doral Firebirds. And he'll be facing Dean Jaworski, the left fielder. He'll be followed by Liam Kaman, the shortstop. And then it's the first batter, Brady Mongera, in a 2-1 ball game. Count quickly goes 1-1. Far cry from yesterday's game. 19 runs were put on the board by these Firebirds. Boy, they were scoring in bunches. Elisant walks. Jaworski. Mejia comes in to run for Jaworski. Liam Kaman, the last batter, comes up and he squares. He fouls it off for strike 1. Squares again. Marcus, the new catcher, throws through. Boy, that comes off of Hernandez's glove. Actually, Kobe Carrion's in there playing shortstop now. There was a minor collision there, and I hope he's okay. He's got his left wrist wrapped up. I saw him icing it down yesterday. Hernandez, Pardo, and Nunez. Liam squares again. And that one he lays down to the right side of the mound. It's picked up by Elisant with plenty of time. gets it over to Rubalcaba. Actually, that was the second baseman that came over. The leadoff batter steps in from the left side. He grounded to second base and was walked in his first at-bat. Mejia, the pinch runner, stole a base. Now he got to third on a sacrifice bunt by Liam Caban. Looks like head coach Carlos Iglesias has reached into his strategy toolbox and playing for some small ball here in the top of the fifth. The infield's in for the Firebirds, and there's a hot shot to Rubalcaba. It gets under his diving glove, and we're going to have a tie game. Quick break, everyone. You're watching the Firebirds and the Jaguars on FSPN, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. We have a tie game from Doral Academy, and the Hall of Famer Raul Suarez came out to change the pitcher. The starter, Aaron Ellison, has been replaced by Chris Vasallo, a right-hander, and he will face the second batter, Samuel Morillo. Morillo's the catcher for the visiting Jaguars, and he'll be followed by Eric Molina, the DH. There's one out. We have a tie game. I told you this was a good one. And now the shadows are really starting to creep across the infield. The first pitch from Vasallo is taken high for ball one. Now the shadows are halfway between the mound and home plate. Mongera with an RBI base hit is standing on first base, and there's a good look at him. Pickoff attempt is a little late. The Jaguars scored one in their top half of the first. It's been nothing but goose eggs until now. Quickly 2-0 to the catcher. There's a fastball that's called the strike one. Well, it looks like Mongera is going to go. And there's one that's lifted to right field. Hernandez shades his eyes. It goes high off the screen. And it's only going to be a base hit because of the short porch in right field. The third batter for the Jaguars steps in, Eric Molina. He's the DH. He flied to right field. Actually, he got forced out of first base by the right fielder in his last at-bat. Into the shadows the way it is here at Doral. Wind is starting to pick up a little bit. I can feel it in the back of my neck. Vasallo's pitch is swung on and slapped foul. So Murillo, the left-handed batter. There's a look at the runners. With one out in the top of the fifth in a tie game. Firebirds are looking for two. Vasallo, the pitcher, he's coming from the stretch. He's a little on the thin side. He can use a pancomite or two, but he can get it to home plate in a hurry. And here's the 2-2 just outside. The whole right side of the infield and the right fielder, they all have sunglasses on. They're shading their eyes. Short porch in right field. And the Jaguars have an arm warming up in the bullpen. Tie game. If I had any nails, I'd be biting them right now. Here's the payoff pitch again. Check swing. And there's going to be a called strike three. Murillo can't believe it. He looks back at the umpires and says, "What's up with that?" Justin Probe steps in, and he's 1 for 2. A base hit in his first at-bat. Then he struck out. Big, tall lefty, lanky lefty. And here comes the Hall of Famer. And it looks like he has a hook or a gaff in his hand. He's calling for Jaden Nunez, the left fielder. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're watching FSPN, everyone. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and follow us. Welcome back, everyone, to FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. We're in Doral's Douglas P. Rodriguez Field, where we have a good one, a tie game between the visiting Jaguars of Pembroke Pines Charter and the home team, the Doral Firebirds. There's been a pitching change. Jaden Nunez, who was playing left field, is now warming up to come in. And head coach Raul Suarez has given him a bunch of Band-Aids, and hopefully he can stop the bleeding. So with 2 outs in the top of the 5th, he's going to face Justin Probst, the first baseman. And on deck after him, it's Dallas Searcy. And I promised you a good one. We've come through. It's a 2-2 game. And Probst was coming in from the left side. The sun's setting. The sun may be an issue. Short porch in right field may come into play. Let's stick around. Let's see what happens. 1-1 is the count. Brian Ravello's the left fielder now. He came in for Jaden Nunez. Starts off with a strike, a fastball that just nips the outside corner. 1-2. Justin Probst, who's batting from the shadows. Nunez is in the sun. Takes a peek at Moguera. And that catches the outside corner, an identical pitch. I'm relying on the home scoreboard. I think it's being operated by Forrest Gump. There's a line drive up the middle. Here comes Pardo, and he dives, and it comes off the heel of his glove. He does a somersault. And now he throws that one home. Murillo slips going over to third. And Pardo hurt his wrist on that play. Pardo's hurting. He's out there in center field. He bent his wrist backwards. I saw it when he dove. Justin Probst is 2 for 2. And he has 2 RBIs today, but they're taking a look at Pardo in center field. Your score is going to be 3-2. Well, I tell you that Justin Probst kid, he can hit. Welcome back, South Florida high school baseball fans. You wanted a good game? We're giving it to you. 3-2 in favor of the visiting team, the Pembroke Pines Charter Jaguars, who just took the lead here in the top of the 5th inning by putting 2 runs. Justin Probst put the Jaguars ahead with his second hit, and he's standing on second base. Samuel Murillo, the catcher, is on third base. Your batter's Dallas Searcy, the third baseman. Two outs, top of the 5th, and there's a ground ball hit up the middle. Carrion comes up with it. He's got a long throw, and I got a short hop. Drew Vicalva can't come up with it. A nice hop off the carpeting. Hit him right in a bad spot, right in the middle of the glove. It's going to be 4-2 in favor of the Jaguars. A 4-2 ball game. The Jaguars have put a 3 spot up, and they're still threatening. And there goes Searcy. He's going to make it in standing up, no throw. We had ourselves a good one. Home team was winning. Now they're down by a deuce. And Nunez can't find the plate. Nunez from the stretch. Just a little bit high. Bases loaded. 4-2 ball game. Top of the 5th inning. The visiting Jaguars are on top of the home team, the Firebirds. 2-0 swung on and missed. Good heater there from Nunez. Nunez looking for a non-contact out or a fly ball to the infield. Here's the 1-2, and it's called strike 3. He's been consistent with that. We get out of the inning. The Firebirds, the Jaguars leave 3. They get 3, and we head to the bottom of the 5th inning with your score 4-2 in favor of the visiting Jaguars. You're watching FSPN. Welcome back, everyone, to FSPN's coverage of high school baseball, and we have a good one, a 4-2 game here from Doral, where the Jaguars are up ahead. They had an injury to the center fielder, George Pardo, and Anthony Leon has taken his place, and he's up to bat now. He'll be followed by Jaden Nunez, Caleb Hernandez, and Brian Mesa. And that's a strike called. There's a good look at what I'm talking about. There's a good look at the youngster, Leon. Came in for Pardo. Slaps that one. Count goes to 2-2. The sun setting on the right side. Trey Glazer shading his eyes. Here's the 2-2. Swung on a grounded foul. The visiting Jaguars. They bring the 5-4 record into this game. And there's a line drive, and it's hit right at the diving Liam Caban. Makes a nice play at shortstop for the first out. Jaden Nunez, who's the pitcher now, he's 1 for 2. Struck out and had a base hit in the first inning. And he'll face the starter for the Jaguars, Sebastian Gonzalez. First pitch swinging, and it goes foul. 4-2 ball game. Seems like every other game it's a nail biter. Gonzalez comes set. And that one slapped in the left center. That could find it. It falls in front of Mongera. It rolls all the way to the fence, and here comes the hustling Leon for a leadoff double, and that's what the Firebirds need right here in the bottom of the 5th. Brings up Caleb Hernandez, the shortstop, who's also 1 for 1 with a strikeout and a base hit. He'll face the starting pitcher for the Jaguars, Sebastian Gonzalez. Takes a peek at Nunez. His first pitch is a ball. The 1-0, an easy take there for Hernandez. Gonzalez looks into Morillo. Now he looks into the dugout. Looks back at Morillo. Wouldn't be surprised if he calls time here, but we're going to go along with it. Here's the 2-2. An easy take there. There goes Nunez. Cruises into third base easily. And he's only 90 feet away from cutting this lead in half. Gonzalez, who kicks and deals, and oh, it almost hits him. Real easy take there for Caleb when ball 4 is coming at your ear. Carlos Iglesias comes out and makes a pitching change. Sebastian Gonzalez will leave the game after pitching 5 1/3 innings. And he'll give it up to the right fielder, Trey Glazer, who's coming in with an 8.40 ERA in just 3 innings of work. But he has 4 strikeouts. He's walked 2, 4 earned runs. And he'll face Brian Mesa with Caleb Hernandez on first base. And Jaden Nunez just 90 feet away. Mesa walked and struck out. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Hernandez take off for second on this very first pitch. Glazer from the stretch. First ball is high. I'm kind of feeling a little bit more momentum coming this way, right, folks? Don't you feel it? You feeling the mojo coming this way? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Stick around. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's going to get good. Bottom of the 5th inning, 4-2 ball game. The visiting Jaguars are up, but the home team is threatening here with runners in the corners and 1 out, and there's a new pitcher who can't find the plate. A little help there from Brian Mesa. Count goes 2-1. I would have taken a pitch there. Yep. He's been counting that. He's been calling that outside corner all day, so he's been consistent with that. Firebird fans are not too happy. The count goes even, 2-2. That one's way off the plate. And there he goes, foul ball hitting to the canal. Hall of Fame head coach Ralph Suarez looking to tack on to his 600-plus victories in high school baseball. Glazer throws over to first again, and he got him. Boy, I'll tell you, he got him. He sure did. Now with 2 outs and a 3-2 count, The momentum's gone back over there to the Jaguar side. Let's see if Mesa can break that up. And there's a high pop fly to right center. Mongera's coming over. He's got under it. He's camped out. He makes the third out. The Firebirds are going to leave one. They're going to get none. They're losing 4-2. And we're heading to the top of the sixth inning, folks. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and follow us on YouTube. We'll come back right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to your favorite channel for high school baseball. It's FSPN. I'm Uncle Muggs bringing you the play-by-play from Doral, where we have a good one here between the visiting team, the Jaguars of Pembroke Pines Charter, who are up on the home team 4-2, the Doral Firebirds. Jaden Nunez, Liam Caban, and then it'll be the leadoff batter, Brady Mongera. Nunez having a little trouble finding the plate here. I mean, these are the Doral Firebirds. They have committed players on these teams. They've had a lot of success. There's a slapped one over to Kobe on the air. He catches that one at shortstop. No strangers to success. Only 3 years removed from a state championship. So with one out in the top of the sixth inning, Jaden Nunez will face Liam Caban. He's the last batter. This is a big out, believe it or not. You get this out, and you'll face the leadoff batter, Brady Mongera, with nobody on and 2 outs. And it's a lot better than facing him with someone on and 1 out. So quickly, 1 strike to the shortstop. And he's ahead 2 strikes after a quick donation to the canal. You know, if I'm a largemouth bass living in that canal, you know, I'm freaking out here. I got incoming bombs coming in every day. Here's the 0-2 to the shortstop. There's strike 3 called. I like this umpire. He's been super consistent with that outside corner, and he does it again. He rings him up on a strike. Brady Mongera steps in from the left side. First pitch swinging, and boy, he puts a charge into that one. It goes all the way to the fence, and he's going to try for 2. Hernandez with a strong arm, and he's going to get him at second base, and he sure did. Nothing across the board for the visiting Jaguars. We head to the bottom of the sixth inning with your score 4-2, and I feel a little momentum going to the Firebird side. Stick around. We're going to have a good one here on FSPN.
You're watching the Florida Sports Programming Network.
And welcome back to the bottom of the sixth inning, where we have an interesting game. The home team is down by 2. The batter's Leandro Hernandez, and he swings through the first pitch out of the sleeve of Trey Glazer. He's the reliever. Came in for Sebastian Gonzalez, and he's been a little bit effective. He's got a nice slider. Samuel Murillo's behind the plate. Count goes to 1-1. Nobody out. Bottom of the sixth, 4-2. Trey from the stretch. Off speed pitch, and it's nubbed down to first base and just foul. Right off the end of the bat. A little nubber. I wonder where that word came from. Little nubber. I'm sure it's been used for decades. Trey gets his sign, kicks, and he deals in the 2-2s. An easy take for Hernandez. It's 4 feet off the plate. Leandro Hernandez, the right fielder. Wow, he takes that one inside underneath the arms for strike 3 called. With 1 out in the bottom of the sixth inning, losing 4-2. The lefty first baseman Gavin Ruvacalba steps in to face Trey Glazer, who's showing that slider is pretty effective. He was able to get Leandro Hernandez. Caught him looking. And Trey has a couple of strikeouts since coming in relief for the starter, Sebastian Gonzalez. Ruvacalba with a chance to get things started here in the sixth. Make things a little bit easier for his mates. The Firebirds definitely need some traffic on the bases. Haven't had much of that today. Glazer catches the outside corner a little low, but it's in there for a strike. Two and one now to Rubalcaba with one out. Wow, that one popped out of Murillo's glove. If he catches it, it's a strike. 3-1 now. Glazer came in from right field to pitch. And that one slapped to the left side. Jaworski's coming in on it. So is Caban. And it drops between everybody. Rubalcaba makes it to first base. All right, that little flare off the bat of Gavin Rubalcaba had eyes, and it fell between everybody. And now he's on first base. And the batter is Fabio Marquez. The tying run is at the plate, and the likes of Marquez, the right-handed batting catcher. And there's an effective slider. Boy, I tell you, Glazer can get it over on both sides of the plate. Not afraid to come inside on the right-handers. Uses it as a backdoor slider for the lefties. And with Rubalcaba on first base, he's going to his pickoff. The pickoff was kind of costly for the Firebirds. Hernandez got picked off in the previous half inning. Now Rubalcaba with a nice size lead at first. Draws another throw. Well, let's use our runner cam. That's why we paid all those thousands of dollars for that technology. There's a look at Marcus. There's a look at and there's that slider once again. Tell you what, Marcus is a big guy, big chunky guy. He looks more like a fullback, somebody you want to give it to on short yardage, you know, when you want to pick up a first down. Rubalcaba looks more like a wide receiver over there at first base. And I don't know what Justin Probst looks like yet, man. He looks like a big shooting guard, like a forward maybe. When that kid fills out, your Publix bill is going to be through the roof. There's a ground ball past the diving Justin Probst. Well, he's making things a little bit more interesting here. For one, let's see if he fills it out. That one gets away from Murillo. The runners are going to advance. No, they're going to, and that was a smart play by George Carey on the third base. Jaworski was right on that one. Now you got runners on second and third. Javen Francois came in to run. He's on second base. Rubalcaba's on third. Oh and 1 the count. Joshua Cespedes. And the dangerous Gabriel Milano is on deck. Cespedes is going to see some fastballs. Maybe something good to hit. There's one right there. Catches the outside corner for a strike. Tell you, I'd love to hit in front of Milano. I'd hit 800 if I hit in front of Milano. So all you're going to see is fastballs. Glazer looks into Murillo. There's a fastball, and it's hit to the second baseman. He catches it in the air. Tried to double up, but he has to eat it. Now there's 2 outs. First base is open, folks. There's 2 outs. Firebirds are on second and third base. Here's the 0-1. Outside for ball 2. I'm telling you, this might be an intentional walk. I know Gabbo's a little bit more disciplined than that. He's not going to bite on anything, especially 2-0. Oh boy, that one's called a strike. It's almost time for Elizabeth moment. You know, and I'm done with predicting home runs, but one here would be nice. Ay, ay, ay. He just missed that one. He skied it 800 feet to the infield. Morales is having trouble with it and finally comes up with the play. What a big out. I'll tell you what, I couldn't agree with that strategy, but it worked out for the Jaguars. The Firebirds are going to leave 2. They get none. We're going to head to the top of the 7th inning with the visiting Jaguars up 4-2. Welcome back, everyone, to FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. We have a pitching change, and if you're not on the edge of your seat, you probably fell off of it, because this is a good ball game here. 4-2 in favor of the visiting Pembroke Pines Charter Jaguars that are led by head coach Carlos Iglesias in his 19th year at the helm of the Jaguar. And the new pitcher is Jordan Tamargo. Tamargo's pitching to the catcher, the second batter, Samuel Morillo. He'll be followed by the DH, Eric Molina. And then it's the red-hot Justin Probst. 2-1, the count to the catcher. And Tamargo's been very effective in his role, coming in as a stopper/closer. Kind of short-armed that one. Count goes 3-1. Starting to get a little cold out here. Cold, yeah, chilly, cold. I mean, if you're Canadian, you're probably swimming in the canal, but for us Floridians, here's a good look at Tamargo on the mound, and the shadows are just everywhere. He squares, and that one, not sure what the call was. They had their horse up, and there's a bunt. It's to the left side. Tamargo picks it up, and he's going to tag Molina. Doral field. From Pembroke Pines Charter. Tamargo takes his sign from Marquez. Takes a peek at Morillo. And a nice curveball. He wanted the call on that one. Tamargo shakes off Marquez, and he's a cool guy up there, you know. I don't know what's going on inside, but he doesn't show it outside. And look at him, he's confident. Cold as a cucumber. Big strikeout there for the right-hander. Huge, huge strikeout for Tamargo, who's coming in and as a fireman here to put out the fire for these Firebirds. And look at him, he's consistent, starting guys off with strikes. Morales has walked and he has 2 hits. Outfield's playing him straight away. And that one's up the middle. Oh, it catches a piece of the base. Oh, some bad luck there for the Firebirds. There's going to be a play at the plate. And they're going to get a go-ahead run. That ground ball just caught a piece of second base. Hernandez was going to gobble it up. He would have had a tough play at first base. That ball took a long time to get there, but that ball caught a piece of the corner of the base, and it kind of caromed into the outfield right under his glove. Tough break for the Birds. Steps into bat in a 5-2 game now. Boy, some bad luck there for the infielder. Hernandez could have at least knocked down that ball. It would have kept Murillo on third base. Time's called. But that grounder stayed low on the turf. Caught up the left side of the bag. And Hernandez was ready to catch it, but at the last minute kind of changed directions on him. And now with runners on first and second and one out, Tamargo's got his hands full. 1-1 to the seventh batter, Glazer. He'll be followed by the left fielder, Dean Jaworski. And then it's the last batter, Liam Caban. But hopefully we're not going to get that far. Now the only one in the sun is Leandro Hernandez in right field, and he's covering his eyes. Everybody else is shadowed up. We might have maybe 15, 20 minutes of sunlight. And this is starting to look like that South Ridge game that we had here a couple of weeks ago. Well, I tell you, Tamargo, I'm gonna clone a nickname. I'm gonna give him a nickname, the Iceman, because he's got ice in his veins. No moment is too big for this kid, and they put him in some big ones. They don't give him anything easy. He's not pitching against Homestead here. And there's called strike three. That's my boy. The Firebirds with the last licks. The Jaguars lead 2, but they get 1, and they lead by 3 as we head to the bottom half of the 7th inning, and we're running out of sunlight, and you're watching a really good game here on FSPN. Thanks for watching, folks. Remember to subscribe and follow us. Welcome back, everyone, to a nail-biter between the visiting Jaguars of Pembroke Pines Charter. The pinch hitter's Prince, and he quickly grounds over to third base. Dallas Searcy, and he throws him out. First pitch swinging. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning, the Jaguars are only 2 outs away from upsetting the Firebirds and coming up here and punching them in the face. So it's up to Jaden Nunez and Caleb Hernandez to do something about it. Your pitcher's Trey Glazer. He's been pretty effective. The Birds got 1 in the bottom of the 3rd and 1 in the bottom of the 4th, and that's all she wrote. It's been goose eggs ever since. And there's one that's hit in right center field, and it's hit hard. It goes off of the screen. He's going to play it to a hit. He knows better. This is his home field. You can't stretch those or you're going to be thrown out. So a base hit now. Caleb Hernandez steps in, and he's no stranger to the big lights. His buddy Nunez is on first base with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, and they're down by 3. And the first pitch from Glazer's in the dirt, and a spectacular block by Morillo, putting on a catching clinic back there. There's a ground ball to the right side. A diving Morales comes up with it. He throws over to Pros for the 2nd out. Trey Glazer is still the pitcher, and his slider is still effective. Boy, I wish I can show you this sunset. It looks like one of those Key West Jimmy Buffett sunsets. Looks like the ones that you nibble on sponge cake and step on a Pop Top. In the words of the late great, the sun is going to set on these Firebirds unless they can get something going here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 strikes. Glazer comes from the stretch. Another slider. Boy, it's been effective all day, and now they're only 1 strike away from coming down here to Doral, smacking these Firebirds right in the face. Firebirds with a couple of squandered opportunities. Pitching was okay. The starter, Ellis Salt. Nice block again by Morillo, going way to his right. Jaguars got 3 in the 5th. That's pretty much all they needed. Trey Glazer 1 strike away from putting it away. He comes set, checks with Morillo. The 1-2 was fouled off his helmet, fouled off of somebody. Everybody, thank you for watching. It's been my absolute pleasure to bring you this broadcast. Remember to please subscribe and follow us so we can keep bringing you this content. We do this for the parents and the grandparents that can't make these 3 o'clock games. We're trying to give these kids some extra exposure. And we appreciate the likes, the thumbs up, and all those algorithms that you're giving us, all those good vibes. Here's the 1-2, and that swung on. And don't say goodnight to these Firebirds yet. Keep that sun up a little bit longer. We have runners in the corners. Base hit from Mesa is going to bring up Leo Hernandez, the right fielder. All right, in the box now, the tying run in a 5-2 game in the bottom of the 7th inning with 2 outs. It doesn't get any more heroic than this, folks. I mean, a home run here, a blast here. Like I always say, it'll blow the roof off this place, and we don't even have a roof. And that's hit hard, and it's a just foul. Just foul, just to the left down the line. Boy, a couple inches, and that would have been a 5-3 game. Candles lit at home. Runners in the corners. Wouldn't be surprised to see Mesa take off for second. It's a high one from Liam. From Glazer, I'm sorry. Hey, now we're in the high 60s out here. I'm starting to feel it a little bit. Glazer looks into Morillo. Runners in the corners, and there's a slider, and that one's lifted, and if it goes, go foul. It goes foul. But there's still a heartbeat here. 1-2, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning, 5-3 ball game from Doral. The sun has set. Murillo sets up outside, and there's the slider outside, fastball outside. Just enough light. Might have to line up the cars down the highway here to light up the field. Glazer comes set. There goes the runner, and that one's hit in the gap. That one's going to drop. It's going to go all the way to the mesh. One's going to score. Oh, boy, we got a good one. Leandro with 2 outs. We have a 5-4 game. Wow. I'll tell you what, they were down to their last heartbeat. And these have been some good games here on FSPN. I may have to start charging you guys for this. I'm just kidding. I would never charge you. I do this for the love of the game. Rubicavo steps in. The sophomore with a chance to be a hero. Base hit here will tie it. The outfield is Mongera, Jaworski, and Ivans in right field in case there's a play at the plate. Those are your arms in the outfield. Probst, Morales, Caban, and Searcy are in the infield. Your batteries, Trey Glazer and Samuel Morillo. And if you don't have your blood racing here, you better go check into Jackson Memorial Hospital. This is a good one. There's a pickoff attempt. Not in time. Leandro Hernandez could turn out to be the hero here, as well as his compadre Gavin Rubalcaba. Big hole on the right side. Oh. Wow, generous call there from the umpire. Big hole on the right side. Probst is back on the grass part of the fake grass. Morales is out there as well. Short porch in right field. Trey Glazer, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, man on. Good call there because that one was outside. I apologize if I haven't been keeping up with the balls and the strikes on the scoreboard. I'm a one-man show, and this is an exciting game. I'm about to jump out of the booth. A base hit here, and I'm going to jump in the canal. And there's a hard hit ball to shortstop, and he boots it. And here comes the runner home, and we're going to have a tie game. We're going to have a tie game, Firebird fans. We're going to have a tie game here at Douglas P. Rodriguez Field. Liam Caban boots it on the ground ball from the sophomore. Hernandez didn't stop running. He came in all the way from second base. And it's hero time. We have a tie game. Gavin Consois is up. He had a home run yesterday. It's a home run here. He might not have to pay for a meal for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Rubalcaba, hard hit ball to the shortstop, but very playable off of the heel of Caban. And he's standing on first base. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Wind's starting to howl here. It's getting a little nippy in Doral. And that one's hit to the right side. And if there's room over there for Ivan, he might make the play. And there's the ball game. I think the Blues might call this because of darkness. And it's better than a loss. It's like kissing your cousin, a 5-5, and I think that's going to be it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this game will end in a 5-5 tie as the game cannot continue due to the lack of light. Thank you very much to Doral. Thank you very much to Pembroke Pines Charter. And thank you to the umpires. The final score, a tie game, 5-5 from the home of the Firebirds. A very safe and pleasant good evening.
Well, in my life, I couldn't have said it any better than the legend. You heard his voice, J. Roll Keach. I mean, I'll be 80 years old, and I would never. All right, it's been my pleasure and an honor, Jay, to sit next to you. Like he said, we have a tie game. It's better than a loss any day of the week, but it's not what the Firebird fans wanted. Tomorrow, we're going to be at Matter Academy for Killian against the mighty Lions of Matter Academy that dropped a 2-0 game yesterday against St. Brendan's. I'm Uncle Mugg saying, wow, there's another one. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Somebody call Elizabeth. I can't take this no more. Elizabeth, I can't take these games, man. You're all going to kill me. Man, I love baseball.